What is up, guys? Rick here, and this is the guide to the MTAR-21. Now, the official stats have finally come out. Let's get right into them. First, damage and range. The damage and range of the MTAR-21 is 25 maximum damage out to 8 meters, then sloping down to a minimum of 18 at 50 meters and beyond. Now, this is special because every other carbine in the game except for the ACW-R slopes down to 15.4 minimum damage at 50 meters and beyond. So you have a damage buff when compared to most other carbines in terms of minimum damage. In fact, 18 is the minimum damage of assault rifles and LMGs. Now, rate of fire is also incredible, 900 rounds per minute. This is actually the fastest rounds per minute out of any of the carbines. The bullet velocity is also pretty excellent, 570 meters per second. Magazine size is standard at 31. Reload speed is slower when compared to the non-bullpup carbines, but is on the faster end when compared with the other bullpup carbines. 2.5 seconds with bullets left in a magazine, and 3 seconds with an empty reload. So again, compared to bullpup carbines like the Type 95 and the A91, it's faster reloading than them, but still slower reloading than the normal non-bullpup weapons. Carbines, sorry. Now, recoil pattern is the main nerf of this gun. 0.34 up, 0.4 right, and 0.4 left. That's pretty substantial left and right recoil. That's pretty much actually comparable to the FAMAS. Like, that's how substantial it is. So this gun is not going to be the best at acquiring targets at long range. You have substantial left and right recoil. Now, another stat that's worth mentioning is the hipfire. Because it is a bullpup weapon, which means that the magazine is behind the trigger, you can fit a longer barrel into a shorter gun. DICE replicates this by giving all bullpup weapons approximately 25% better hipfire while standing and 5 to 10% better hipfire while moving when compared to non-bullpup weapons. It's the same thing as the Type 95 and the same as the A91. You basically get a hipfire bonus because it is a bullpup gun. Now, the last stat I'm going to mention, this is decently complicated, unlike the other stats, but it is definitely worth mentioning. So, the aim down sight's accuracy while standing of the MTAR is 0.375. Now, this is compared to 0.3 for non-bullpup carbines. So, when you're standing still, aiming down sights at a guy, you are more likely to shoot around him with the MTAR-21, whereas with non-bullpup guns, you are much more likely to hit the guy. Now, interestingly enough, while moving, the ADS while moving accuracy is 0.675 compared to the non-bullpup counterparts of 0.8. So, essentially what this means is when you're, standing still, trying to acquire a target at long range, the MTAR is worse than average. But while you're keeping yourself agile and moving, and so while you're aiming down sights while you're moving, it's better than average for the carbines. So this gun is definitely meant for an agile, mobile class used to get right up in people's faces and spray them down. That's it for the stats. The general feel of the gun. Basically, the thing I want to stress to everyone is, yes, this gun has a minimum damage buff, okay? So it is going to be doing more damage at range than any of the other carbines except for the ACW-R, but don't let this get to your head. You should pretend that this stat does not exist, because as soon as you try to start using the MTAR-21 at anything more than medium range, you're going to be disappointed. The recoil is substantial. And the only way to kind of counteract the side-to-side recoil is, yes, you can put a compensator on. But what does a compensator negative effect do? Well, it lowers your aim down sight's accuracy, which, as I've just explained, is already lower than usual for the carbines because it is a bullpup. So that's going to hurt you even more, making it even more likely that you're just simply going to shoot around targets at range. But think of it this way. Don't think of the minimum damage at 50 meters being 18. Think of every meter after 8 meters, you're doing more damage than the other carbines, except for the ACW-R. Every time I say more damage than the other carbines, just add an except for the ACW-R in the background, please. Anyways, yeah, after 8 meters, you're doing more damage than all the other carbines. 8 meters is pretty quick. Most of your close range gunfights are going to occur after 8 meters. In fact, a lot of the times you're going to be getting even, bonuses of 1 or 2 more damage after 8 meters, at a 10 or 15 meter gunfight, and you're going to be reaping the advantages of the MTAR that way. Again, pretend this damage stat doesn't exist. Keep using the MTAR as a close range machine, because that's what it really is. In fact, it may well be the best close range carbine in the game now. The ACR was my favorite, but it has faster rate of fire than the ACR, better bullet velocity, better damage, which is huge. It does have actually a worse recoil spread, but it also has better hip fire. I think that just one-on-one, the MTAR-21 is the best carbine in the game for close quarters. Period. It beats out everything else. Now, once you start to include kill streaks and reloading, like the ACW-R still reloads about twice as fast as the MTAR, but versing those first couple of guys, the MTAR has the clear advantage. So again, keep using the MTAR as a close range machine. It has everything it has is meant for close quarters. Amazing rounds per minute, better hip fire than normal, better damage than normal, standard magazine. But as soon as you start to get into medium and long range combat, the recoil will punish you, and as will the nerf in aimed on sight's accuracy. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. And as always, have a good day.